Greetings everyone, Core here. Been a little while since I've done a movie review. One reason's because I was sick. I finally got COVID, just happened after a concert, so yeah, it took me out for a couple weeks, but I'm back, got a little cough. Nothing too crazy, but overall, we're back. Hopefully to get some more stuff going, get some more Pokemon cards, get some more stuff on the channel, but holiday season of course coming up, so it might be a little busy. But for now, we went to go see The Creator, which early access, so you could see early screening experience, which, man, I gotta say, I was interested in this movie from the first trailer, I would say. It looked really cool. It really looked really nice. Like, it looked like it was gonna be something really different. I mean, it even looks like something that could be from the Star Wars universe, which it is a Fox 20th Century movie, so technically could be tied in. But also, it's also directed by the guy who did Rogue One, so maybe that's why it felt very Star Warsy. Because yeah, that's just the way that everything looked and felt. It was kind of like a mix between like Rogue One and District 9 and like Chappie, where the whole story revolves around AI and just the fight of, you know, the humans versus the AI and stuff. And it don't want to give too much away on that, but yeah, that's pretty much the main story of it, where it has a guy who is trying to like redeem himself in a way. He's broken, kind of. Excuse me for a second. Had to pause. Yeah, like, the main character was definitely interesting. We've kind of seen characters like that before, where he's broken. He's has two he's paraplegic. Granted, it's like knee down for one leg, and his right arm, I think it's his left leg, so it's alternating. Could be wrong, but trying to remember. So it's interesting to see how, you know, a pretty much cyborg kind of person is going against, you know, it's dealing with these AI robots and stuff, and just the world, which is pretty interesting because it's not too far in the future as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 22nd century, and it's still 21st century. So, things might not end well for us. But yeah, so it's an interesting story. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, the whole premise of the trailers that we've seen them, you know, it's this character who's, you know, protecting this child who's an AI robot, and it all circles around that, which we've seen stuff like that before. We've seen, you know, the Wolf and Child. That's pretty much the main story. We've seen like the Mandalorian. We've seen this whole, you know, protecting the innocent child, kid, baby, whatever. We've seen it a lot, but this one's a little interesting because there's a more stronger connection that is kind of unknown, as well as kind of obvious. If you've seen a lot of these movies, of course, it's kind of obvious. But yeah, it's interesting how it's kind of slow in a lot of ways. Like, it takes its time. It uses the environments, which are really beautiful environment scenes and everything. It sets the atmosphere and the environment, the world, very well. Granted, it does wreck the pacing a little. I mean, it's not too boring. Most of the time I see these after work, so I'm already kind of a little tired, but that's that's, you know, neither here or there, because that's just me. But I found it interesting enough just because I wanted to see where it was going with this story that we've seen. Granted, it's written differently, and it's interesting the outcome. I think the outcome was a little more stereotypical compared to the how the story got up to the final act and everything. I don't know, I just thought something else was gonna happen. I thought something else was gonna happen, and I kind of wanted that other possibility to be the actual uh, thing. And then even like when they got into the main act, the ending act, um, I thought something else was gonna happen, and that didn't happen either. And it's just like, man, like all the things that I would have thought of to put in the movie didn't quite happen, and it was a little more It was more a little more safer, I guess, at the end. And I kind of wanted something a little different, but that's kind of Hollywood. People want safe. Um, you know, it's a very beautiful movie. It's really cool seeing the CG and special effects that they used. Uh, the army people are army people. The rebels are rebels. There's nothing too crazy. There's definitely motion. There's definitely connections. All the characters have their moments. There's some pretty funny jokes, little quips and stuff that really made me laugh, just because it's like dark humor kind of stuff in a way, and that's just stuff I laugh at. But yeah, I don't know. It's the movie that's gonna have to sit with me for a while, definitely. Um, there's a lot of quiet moments actually. There's only a couple times where there's actually songs or background music playing. There's a lot of quiet moments, a lot of impact too. I saw this in IMAX. I don't really recommend it in IMAX just because I don't even think it was shot in IMAX. Like it wasn't in IMAX format, the 69. It was just shot like 21:9. Like probably Dolby would be a lot better experience, especially with the soundscape. But IMAX, you could skip it in IMAX. I mean, that was just the only, you know, it was IMAX, because you can even see it here, like on the poster. It doesn't even have, IMAX, or formatted to IMAX. So I don't even think they shot in IMAX, which is weird because it could. I mean, even the little intro video is like, hey, we want to put this on IMAX screen just because of how big the world was. Which, yeah, it's cool and all, but it doesn't take advantage of the full screen, and you still have bars and stuff, and it's I don't think it's worth it. Save your money on IMAX. Just watch it regular. I think you get the same experience. But yeah, I think all the actors were really good. I think nobody really phoned it in. Everybody seemed pretty good. Yeah, I can't. It's just a movie I don't know, maybe I'll have to see it again. We'll see. But for now, you can skip it. I don't think it's really, you don't really have to go to the movies to see it. Maybe check it out if you see it later on when it comes to digital, home. But for now, But I don't know what movies are coming up. I know, of course, the Marvels I'll definitely be seeing later this year, but until then, there's really nothing much that's catching my eye. So till then, we'll see what kind of movie reviews pop up, but no promises. But until then, later.